Go ahead. Take a peek. It's not too scary. You can handle it. We lied. Anime 97 begins Monday at 9 p.m. 6 Pacific.
Welcome, one and all, to Anime During the Week. I am your host, the Anime Guy, and with me today I have the Speaker for the Dead. How are you today?
I am doing good.
That's excellent to hear. And
Hello,
I
everybody.
thought today that we do something a little special. We're going to go through the 90s and some lists that I found of some 90s anime that most of us have probably heard of and some that we probably haven't heard of. So, let me ask you this real quick. What got you into anime originally, since I haven't asked you that for a long time?
It was. I remember watching some anime when I was a kid, but I grew up in such a rural area that, I mean, I never even had access to cable or satellite or anything till like 97 after I was married. So, like my early anime stuff is very limited. But I got into it about 10, 15 years ago, big time, because I was kind of tired of the way Hollywood was going. I was just bored with it. And so I just started watching anime again and was just totally sucked in. I mean, I was like, why have I not been watching this all these years? So, like, I've spent the last 10, 15 years trying to catch up, which is impossible with anime. It's like if you fell asleep for 20 years and missed all the movies Hollywood made, and then, you woke up and you had to try and go back and catch everything. It's just, you're always behind. But it's a
Oh,
great
yes.
problem to have. Cause
Yes, it is a
I
great
mean,
problem to have.
you know,
Although, yeah, a great problem to have, but still being that far behind, it's like, oh man, will I live long enough to do this? Yeah,
mhm.
I feel you there. And I want to say hello to everyone who has come in today. I'd like to start off with Channel 66. Hello to you. You and I have got another show that we've got to do. We've got to get Snowdub to get off his butt and finish watching Cowboy Bebop so we can keep reviewing that. So that's coming up soon. And the Comic Relief Crusader is here. Hello to you. Pat S., good to have you here this morning. And good morning, Vietnam. Or wait, good morning to the rising sun. Morning, Stephen. Good to have you here. Let's see. D. Bud Martin is here. Hello to you, good sir. Whitechapel, hello to you. And let's see who else is here. Oh yeah, blood for the host. Well, the blood for Alucard, but not for me. I'll take some grape juice though. I'm good with grape juice. Let's see. Dennis McCullough. Good to have you here today, sir. Thank you. And Zacharit 315. Hello to you and good morning, Purple Valkyrie. Good to have you here this morning. Or for you, it's early evening. And War Monkey. War Monkey, good to have you here today.
Or as Purple
The
would say,
lovely
"Good
Sherry
morning,
is
love."
here. What was that?
I said, or as Purple would say, "Good morning, love."
That's
She's got
true.
that
She would say
sweet
that.
British accent that just, you're like, oh.
Yeah. Yes, that she does. And the lovely Sherry is here, the mistress of memes. If you don't know, this woman drops the memes like they're hot, and holy crap, they're hot to handle. And hello to Phil TMNT. Great to have you here today. And Keely Chow, roll tide to you, roll tide. And let's see. I think that's pretty much everybody. Man, holy cow, it's really, really active today.
Got a full house.
Okay. Well, I believe I've got everybody at the present moment, and if you come strolling in here later, welcome. So today, I thought we'd talk about some 90s lists that that I went digging for and found, and some of them are pretty interesting and for what they chose and what they show. So let's I'm gonna start here with this one. Let me get this shared here. Da-da-da-da. This list is called 14 criminally underrated 90s anime you probably haven't seen. And there we go. So this is from Ranker. I'm not familiar with the site, not familiar with its author. They compiled this list back in 2019, but at the top of the list is Record of Lodoss War. And this is something that you were telling me just a moment ago
Yeah.
that was just recently recommended to you.
Yeah, actually, he'd done it before, but I unless I write stuff down right when people tell me, like if I don't have pen and paper, I will forget. But he reminded me on Sunday when I was doing a show with Adega. He's like, "Dude, you've really got to go check out Record of Lodoss War." So I'd started watching it yesterday and stuff, and then a little bit last night. I haven't gotten very far into it, but it is good so far. I am enjoying it.
Excellent. It's one that I've discussed previously a long time ago in that galaxy far, far away. But I've seen the first episode, and it definitely, when you think of the '90s, you don't really normally think of high fantasy or dark fantasy. So this really fits the bill for scratching that fantasy itch, or at least I think it does from what I've
Yes.
seen of it.
hmm Yeah, and
And
it's very like it's animated really beautiful. Like for a '90s anime, it is I don't know how to describe it. Like the physical characteristics, they're very accurate to human. Because sometimes anime gets it right, and sometimes anime is kind of does it comically and stuff.
mhm.
But like it's very like atomically correct and stuff, and not in a bad way. But I mean, like the human form and the forms of the elves and stuff like that is done really really beautiful.
Oh yes. And I want to say hello to Snacks and Comics. Gator, good to have you here today. If you haven't had a chance to check out Gator, he does anime reviews every now and then, and part of the Cotton Connection. And hail to you. And let's see here. Oh, there was one other that I saw. Oh, uh, I apologize. It's going on me today. Let's see. Oh, that's right. Brightest Day, science fiction audiobooks. Good to have you here today. And you know what? I've got the opening for Lodoss War. Let me pull that up here and we'll share it and check it out here real quick.
Sweet.
Apologize about the delay there, everybody. Give me just a second. There we go. Now that it's
So
shared, I
Brightest
get
Day,
it.
have you changed the name of your channel, or is that just a um I've seen the change just recently, and I've been meaning to ask him about that. I'm like, did you change it permanently, or is that just kind of a temporary change?
Yeah, let us know. Let us know, Brightest Day. And let's see here. Get this full screened and let's check out the opening for Lodoss War.
Nation makes me or reminds me quite strongly of like Vampire Hunter D,
Yes.
which is contemporary to this. So, but
Yeah, similar kind of style, though,
mhm,
D being considerably older.
yeah.
Little, yeah, a natural progression from that style. I can see that. Yeah, you were mentioning Goblin Slayer. I can totally see that now.
It has a very Goblin Slayer. Well, it's like I said, I always get that backwards. The Goblin Slayer has a very similar feel to this, where this was but I mean, as I started watching this, I'm like, this feels a little bit just like an older version of a Goblin Slayer-ish type story. So, because I
Yes.
love Goblin Slayer, think it's awesome.
Oh, yes. Yes, I absolutely enjoy it too. And that's that. All right. So yeah, Record of Lodoss War, older but definitely a goodie. And let's see here. Here's the answer. Brightest Day says, yes, this is a permanent change unless YouTube denies monetization again, trying to focus the channel and its branding. Okay. Well, there you go. Definitely be sure to check out
Boo, YouTube.
Brightest Day's
Boo.
channel.
I feel like we
And
should
let's
have
see
that
here.
old woman from what's the Princess Bride. Boo.
Stephen Ransom says that's a very 60s, 70s opening. Oh,
Mm,
yeah, it's definitely different compared to what was going on back in the '80s for most of their stuff that we that we looked at. And yeah, Comic Relief Crusader says it definitely looks Lord of the Rings. Yeah, it definitely has that feel to it. And hello to One Man Show. Good to have you here today. Excuse me. Ah, pardon me there. All right. Well, let's get back to the list here. But actually, you know what? Before we do, I think it's time for an Alucard break. And I think today we're going to do I Eat People.
Except that 90% of our staff were killed, turned into ghouls, then killed again by the police girl in a blood rage.
What's a blood rage? And why don't I remember anything?
That reminds me, for whatever reason, did we ever find out who sent them? It was the Nazis, wasn't it?
No.
Bet you I'm right.
Bet you you're wrong.
Bet you you're a skank.
Bet you you're an asshole.
Bitch, I eat people!
He eats people. Yes.
So good.
That it is. All right, back to the. Did I switch? No, I picked the wrong one. Hold on a sec. I gotta try again. My apologies, everybody. I've got so many tabs open here, and I picked the wrong tab. There we go. Now we're back to the criminally underrated. So, Record of Lodoss War is one of them. Another one that I've never heard of is You're Under Arrest. I guess it continues where an OVA series left off, and it's a 96 TV series about two women and their hectic life behind the badge. Now, buddy cop show with females. It's like Cagney and Lacey all over again.
Yeah, there you go. A blast from the past.
Oh, yes, that it definitely is. And then there's Blue Seed. Now, I've heard of this one, but I've never seen it. It says it's based on the Izumo cycle of Japanese mythology. Blue Seed follows the journey of Momiji Fujimiya, who learns her average life isn't an average as it seems. Upon hearing that she's the latest descendant of the great Kushinada family, she's enlisted by a government agency to use her inherited powers to stop a demonic plant monster called Aragami from destroying Japan. Oh, so yeah, one of them type of shows.
Is it made of paper?
Is it?
No, that's origami. Sorry, pardon me.
Oh.
I'm just mixing up my words there. So,
another one there for the list to be added to check out.
Looks very dystopian from the background, like with the destroyed and shattered buildings. And I don't know if that's accurate or if that's just like after some kind of a battle or something. But
yeah, I don't have enough to be able to say. Then there's His and Her Circumstances. It's a 98 romantic comedy about an egotistical girl named Miyazawa Yukino, who lives a false life as an ideal high school student. Oh, there we go, the high school tropes. When a newcomer named Arima Sochiro tops Yukino's grades, it threatens her popularity. Oh, the competition aspect. So, a high school show before I guess it really became super popular.
This would
But then
be
again, I
an anime
don't
that I
recall.
would get into, I'm sure, because I really like the shoujo kind of romantic slice of life type. We were talking about that before. I tend to, I like all of them, really, all the different genres, but after I watch something like Tokyo Ghoul or something like that, that's really it's like I have to go back and find something warm and fuzzy to wrap myself in. So
Have that palate cleanser. I definitely understand that.
Yep.
And I would say, Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out is one of my favorites as far as that type of thing goes. It's hilarious.
If you guys have not seen that, seriously, there's one season. Go find it. I think I found it on Hulu and Funimation right now. It is fantastic. You will laugh so hard over that anime.
Oh yes, that you definitely will. And never heard of this one either, called Nadia, The Secret of the Blue Water, inspired by the literary works of French novelist Jules Verne. Oh, okay. Conceptualized. Oh, it's a Miyazaki joint. Oh. I'll have to check that one out then.
Oh, yes. Anytime you see Hayao Miyazaki connected to something, it's usually going to be fairly good.
Oh yes. So add that to the list. Let's see. Revolutionary Girl Utina. Let's see. Revolutionary shoujo anime series that challenged gender stereotypes with its tomboyish heroine named Utina Tenjoyo. Utina vowed to become a prince, not a princess. Oh, well, that explains a few things and probably why I haven't seen it. But I guess it's grossly underrated. So, worst that
But you know
happens is we'll
what's
check it
funny
out and
is the
pass on it.
Japanese do that so much differently than it's done over here. They handle it in a very different, like kind of organic way, as where when that kind of story is done in the West, it comes off as very forced and like just preachy and stuff. As where when I've seen it done in anime, like it doesn't feel that way. You just kind of get the feel that this girl is kind of a, or this girl or guy or whatever is, they're just kind of a unique individual. They're not, but they're not trying to preach, hey, gender isn't a real thing. My guess is that's whoever did this review, that's them putting, Western words over the
Yeah,
top of,
their spin on it.
on an anime. Like, oh, look, this totally justifies my twisted view of the world. It's like, no, it doesn't. Not if you really watch it. So sorry,
Yes,
I tend to go on rants when Western culture tries to overwrite Japanese culture to use them as a, oh, see, it's like, no.
I apologize there, Comic Relief Crusader. I guess I gotta double check and see what's going on with that. My apologies. Let's see here. Oh, so let's move on to the next one. Now, this one I've heard of. And this one I was recommended. The Irresponsible Captain Taylor. Can't talk about the 90s without mentioning one of the funniest series that aired in the decade. The Irresponsible Captain Taylor is an anime comedy about an intergalactic crew of the space cruiser Soyukaze and its new idiotic captain. Let's see, Justy Ueki Taylor or Tyler. If you're bored with space operas, then this one is perfect. That'll tickle the funny bone. A funny cast of characters whose obliviousness always saves the day. Oh, that sounds that sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah, it does actually
And
sound
you
pretty
can
good.
tell it's definitely 90s. Now, let's
War
see
Monkey,
here.
I had the same reaction when he sent me these lists last night. I'm like, I don't know any of these.
Well,
But
don't
that's the
feel
whole
so
point.
bad because I don't know most of them either, and
Yeah.
that's what makes these four lists that I picked very interesting.
Yeah,
So,
it gives us homework. Go find out whether these are any good or not.
all right. So another one I've never heard of was Blue Gender. Takes the campy man versus bug plot from Starship Troopers and kicks it up a notch. It's from '99. A bleak future where humanity is at the mercy of the Blue, a race of alien bugs that took over Earth. No, well, that's just great. But then again, bug smashing is always fun.
We always knew the cockroaches were going to win in the end. I guess they just took that a step further.
Then Giant Robo. Who doesn't like giant robos? Let's see. It's set in a retro futuristic setting. Giant Robo the animation. The Day the Earth Stood Still is a 92 OVA about a world fueled by its one and only energy source called the Shizuma Drive. It has 7 episodes that range between 40 to 50 minutes each. Series isn't just renowned for its set pieces resembling Hong Kong action flick, but also incorporating casts and storylines from Yokoyama's amazing career as a manga artist. Oh, well, there you go. Another obscure one, or one that doesn't get the love that I guess this author thinks that it should. I have to be honest, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, me either. And the title, see, that's the problem. I've let certain anime's titles throw me off, and then when I finally went back and just went, no, I'm going to watch this, like you're just like, oh, now I get it. The title makes sense and it's not as off-putting as you thought, because I remember the first time I saw the One Punch Man, I was just like, well, that just sounds retarded. And I mean, just to show you how not retarded, I think it is. I have a One Punch Man T-shirt on. So,
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you have to look past the titles on these, just so that like because sometimes you'll miss something if you don't.
Yes, that is definitely very true. And man, you guys are very active in the chat today. We'll definitely hit you back up here in just a moment. But next on here is Romeo's Blue Skies. It's a slice of life anime based on the 1941 German story, The Schworenbrüder. I probably butchered that straight to hell, but you know. Anyone who loves a good literary drama will enjoy the tale of two young boys who are sold as chimney sweepers. They befriend a sick girl who wishes for the blue sky. It's a captivating series. It delves into the subject of social status, friendship, and doing what's right in times of hardship. Well, something a little different. Definitely not the standard fare that you normally get out of Japan.
Mm-mm.
And there's brain powered, more thought provoking anime. The sci-fi mecha series is right up your alley.
See, the girl in the pink T-shirt just makes me want to watch it. I'm sorry. Did I say that out?
Yes,
oh,
you
that was
did
my
say
outside
that.
voice. Whoops. I apologize, everybody. That was.
Well, that's another one to add to the list. As I said, I've never heard of it, but let's see. It's written and directed by Gundam creator Yoshiyuki Tomino. Oh, okay. So that explains a few things.
I do like the animation style, the way that looks. I do
does
like
look
that
really
style
good.
of animation when they kind of go that way.
There's Master Keaton for viewers who want a bit of everything. Master Keaton is the show for you, transitioning from mystery, slice of life, horror, war drama, and more. A 24 episode anime series is a jack of all trades, just like the character. He can solve a noteworthy crime in one episode, only to move on to interesting insurance fraud the next.
And he's an archaeologist, so it's like Indiana Jones that can do everything.
Yeah. Once again, another one I have never heard of. So,
yep.
Let's see. Onisama E. No idea. Let's see here. It's also known as Brother, Dear Brother, is a dramatic anime equivalent of Mean Girls. Well, I guess if you like Mean Girls, there's your anime. Man, that's from
I'd
quite a while
probably
ago
give that
now.
a pass just because I'm not a
Yeah.
Of course, that might be the wrong way to look at this. So,
and then there's Ping Pong Club, and as you can see from the picture, it's like he dropped his drawers, flashing his ass and showing off his junk.
and the reaction, I'm not sure if they're terrified or just outraged that you look at these people's faces and you're just like, I'm not sure what's happening here, but now I want to find out.
Well, there you go. It says it's anyone thinking ping pong is bored hasn't watched Ping Pong Club. It's split into segments that are 12 to 14 minutes long. An absurd anime comedy that isn't afraid to go lowbrow. Well, that explains that. Lots of perverted humor abounds. Well, for those that like the more naughty type stuff, there it is. So let's go back to the chat here for just a second, because there were a ton of great comments that were here. So let's start here with this one. Lotus War reminds me of an animated Dungeons and Dragons show. I'd love that. Going to check this out.
Oh yeah, Purple, if you're talking about the Dungeons and Dragons that was, in the early 80s and 90s, where it's the kids that get sucked into a parallel like world of Dungeons and Dragons, that is one of my all-time favorite cartoons. I own that one and I watch it quite a bit. So, yes.
War Monkey says that Vampire Hunter D is why he couldn't get into the Castlevania series. I kept comparing the two while watching, and Castlevania seemed kind of boring. Yeah, I can see that. Castlevania definitely marches to the beat of its own drum. And You're Under Arrest reminds me of Gunsmith Cats. Blue Seed was okay. Let's see. Unless there were mechs or demons, I probably didn't see it. Yeah, I can understand that.
There's an honest man. Honest man.
Hair Kano is all right, but ends in the middle. And then a one-man show, Hello to You. He says Bubblegum Crisis 2040. Yes, that is from the 90s, and that's That's another one to watch there. Let's see. You need to read the manga to know what actually happens. Yeah, I can. If the show stops in the middle, I can. You definitely have to do that. And His and Her Circumstances was called Hair Kano in Japan. Okay. Macros Plus had great music. Yes, it does. Blue Gender was awesome. And then Brightest Day says Slayers and Tenchi Moyo and Escaflowne. Yep, all of those are great ones. And yes, Japan does it right.
Mm-hmm.
And War Monkey says he hasn't heard of any of these except Lotus War. Well,
Yeah.
you and I are in kind of the same boat there for most of them. So, let's see. Samurai Pizza Cats is technically an anime from the 90s. Yep. And then One Man Show says Hunter x Hunter. Yep, there was the late 90s version of that did come out. And let's see. Blue Gender at 8. Yep, it was on that list at number 8. And then Dennis says that it was on Adult Swim. Well, I didn't get into Adult Swim all that much for a lot of years, and when I did, they were primarily showing Ghost in the Shell. So let's see. War Monkey says he loved Blue Gender, just watched it all last year. Excellent. And let's see. Magic Knight Ray Earth, and he says Dennis says that Giant Robo was on Toonami. Well, there you go.
You guys are adding a lot of anime to my list that I mean, it was already long.
Oh yeah,
I'm writing
it's
all these down
monstrous.
as you guys are saying ones that I haven't heard of yet, and I'm just like, oh my gosh.
More like Human Smashing, and then Trigun. Yeah, you
Trigun
can't
is
go wrong
fantastic.
with Trigun. That's for sure. Let's see here, and I appreciate everybody providing so many good comments here. It's so hard to keep up at times. Let's see. The 95 Gunsmith Cats, 2 lady gun shop owners turned bounty hunters to make ends meet. Oh, there you go. Yeah, and yep, that's true. Technically, One Piece is a 90s anime. Yes, it did get started then, so I might touch on it. One Piece it's just one of those shows that I just don't know if I can commit to it, because there are things I hear about it that it could be really condensed down and
Yes.
still be awesome, but I don't know. That's
I
tough
got
one.
through the first couple of seasons when I was trying to go through it, and it's a great story, but like it feels like they're purposely stretching things out. Like there was one, I can't towards the end of one of the seasons. There's 3 episodes that cover one fight, and it just goes on and on and on. And I'm just like, okay, I got it. Like, and then at the end of it, like everybody's dead. And then in the beginning of the next episode, everybody stands up and like, whew, boy, that was hard being dead for that long. I'm like, wait, what just happened? I'm like, that makes no sense. What, like the amount of blood? I was just, that's kind of where I got lost. I was like, oh, so I'm wondering if it's one where like you got to keep going to really get into it. But any of you guys who've been big fans, let me know, because I mean, I do like it, but it just seems unnecessarily long.
Yeah, it definitely does. And War Monkey says that he rewatched the Trigun movie after the Trigun stream from a few weeks ago, and it's still awesome. Yes, it is. Definitely be sure to check out all things Trigun. You really can't go wrong with it. And Dennis says that Ping Pong Club was compared to South Park, so that makes sense. And hello to the Nerdporeal live form. Good to have you here today. And there was one other comment in here about no Gundam. Now, I said this is just for that list of forgotten, whereas Gundam is definitely not forgotten in any shape, way, or form. And that's actually the next list that we're going to go through actually comes up with that. But before we move on to the next list, I think it's time for another Alucard break. And this one I affectionately call "Want to See a Dead Body."
Listen close. You've all been subcontracted as personal bodyguards to the Helsing organization. As you've heard, we deal with special interest targets, terrorists, cultists, and individuals who believe themselves to be of a mystical persuasion.
Well, is there anything else we should be informed about the facility?
Everything you need to know has already been covered in the briefing.
Hey kids, want to see a dead body?
Oh, Helsing Abridged, how we love thee. It's so hilarious. Yes.
Oh,
Let's see here.
congratulations, by the way, Nerdporio. He just hit a major milestone. So
Yes, yes, he did. He got his hours and he was able to get monetized. So definitely be sure to check out his stream and be sure to go over to Brightest Days channel.
yes,
Let's help him get the hours and check out his content and let's get him monetized.
yeah, we need to push him over the brink since YouTube's being such a bunch of tool bags.
Yes, yes, definitely very much. And welcome back, Channel 66. Good to have you here. Now, this next list is, let's see here. This one's from the Nerdist, and it was compiled back in 2020. So, the best 90s anime you can stream for every mood. And as you can see, there's your Gundam. But we'll bypass all that. So, first one they have on the list is Mobile Suit Gundam Wing, a staple of the Toonami lineup. It's about as 90s as it gets, especially when it comes to the fashion. Yeah, yeah, I can I can see that. And as you can see here with Slam Dunk, they kind of look like the Bulls from the 90s.
The Bulls, the Bears.
Yep, the Bulls. But Slam Dunk.
My brother actually just recommended this Mobile Suit Gundam Wing to me. Like him and his kids watched it and they really liked it. So I've been trying to go through it, and it's one of those stories that takes off immediately. Like there's no like lollygag. It's like boom, you're right in the middle of the story. So I think that's going to be a good one.
Oh yeah, Gundam is from everything I've seen about it, and what little I have watched of it, it definitely is really good. You know, the original one is from 79, and I technically included it in the 80s along with the second series, Zeta Gundam from 85, but even just going from 79 to 85, the detail work and just the overall change to the animation, the smoothness of it went way up. Production quality went way up, and
Mm.
classic series, much loved by a lot of people that love the mechs. So definitely check that out. And for the sports junkies, Slam Dunk. 2020 was supposed to be the Olympics, got postponed. So good show to watch for those that like sports dramas. And then of course, true classic Cowboy Bebop. For better or worse, it is a classic. So
yes, it is so good. And what Netflix
it is good,
did
but
was
it's not
criminal.
it's not my favorite.
Red, what? Oh,
I think Trigun and Berserk is better.
the story flows better for Trigun and stuff like that. This Cowboy Bebop does have much more of an episodic feel. I will say that they don't always feel completely connected to each other, but I just love the characters. They're just the vocal work on the dubbing and stuff like that, because that sometimes that can make or break an anime for me. How well the dubbing is done, like, or if the right person has been chosen to voice a character. Because in Demon Slayer, the guy that does the voice of the dwarf, he throws me every single time. I'm like, that was the wrong guy to cast for that, and stuff. So I don't know if that's me being nitpicky, but yeah, I love Cowboy Bebop.
I want to say hello to Brandon, Looney Tunes fan 2000. Welcome to you. Great to have you here today. And let's see here. Comic Relief Crusader says he watched that last year. And never could get into Bebop because of Trigun. Trigun was just so good. I think spool means so. That my own interpretation, that Bebop didn't do anything for me. I do like Cowboy Bebop. I do like it. It is a classic, and I can see that. But when I compare it to what I affectionately call the triumvirate, there's Trigun, and Berserk. I just can't put it above Trigun. It may be up there with Berserk, but Trigun for me is about as good as it gets from that era. But that's just me personally. Let's see. There's GTO, Great Teacher Onizuka. That's one I've never heard of. Let's see. Whether you're wishing you could just finish out your senior year, or homeschooling your kids and wondering why teachers aren't paid millions of dollars per year, This takes you back to a simpler time when we all left our homes to do our learning. Oh, well, 2
I'm
years
getting
ago.
sleepy.
Yeah, that's true.
This better be more exciting than this description makes it sound, because I'm going to doze off in the middle of this.
Yeah. Let's see here. There's Neon Genesis Evangelion. Yeah, you can't have 90s without Evangelion, that's for sure.
Mhm.
Let's see. Key the Metal Idol. Without the ability to go lift weights at the gym and the sudden spike in extra toasty cheese, it's let's see. You got to remember this list was put together 2 years ago, so they're using a ton of metaphors.
Yeah, Chinese flu references.
Yeah. I said I've never heard of this one. If you have, great. It looks like it's on Amazon Video. It might be worth checking out. Let's see here. Follows a young woman named Tokyo Mia, aka Ki, who learns she is a robot that her grandfather created. Oh, another one of those type of shows. Secret Robot. Wait a minute. Is that Secret Hat? No, it's not Secret Hideout. Secret Robot. There we go.
Secret Yeah, you scared me there for a minute.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. Kurtzman and company and all those. Yeah, they can go.
You say that and it sends chills up people's spine. Yeah.
Sailor Moon. Yeah, can't have a 90s list without Sailor Moon.
See, and I never got it. I tried, and I'm just like, this is just so. I was like, there was so much estrogen coming out of this. I'm like, I'm gonna get boobs. I got to stop watching this. I don't know. I just couldn't. I apologize for anybody who loves this. I had a hard time. I couldn't get into it.
Oh yes. I want to say hello to Snowdub. Hey kids. Hey Snow. Good to have you here. And Nerdporial, I'm gonna challenge you on that one. I really am. I like Bebop and I do love it, but it just doesn't have that same. It just doesn't have that same it for me. So this is something that you and I will have a discussion on sometime. And Outlaw Star, yep, another 90s one, and I think it's also on one of these lists somewhere. And hello to
lean
Courtney.
towards Nerdporial on that one.
Yes.
I'm
Hello,
torn.
Courtney.
I'm really torn between those two. So,
And let's see, Sailor Moon. My daughters loved this when they were so young. I had to get the figures for them. The U.S. Adaptation of it is vastly different than the Japanese one, and that's a whole nother 1 to 2 hour discussion on what they for that show. So yeah. And let's see. Dennis says it's okay. I can't get in Evangelion. I can't stand Shinji as a character, and maybe that's why I never got into it myself. There's just some shows that are beloved, but for some reason they just don't click with me. It's weird, but that's when I'll get into
I have a
another
hard time with those. The big mechanized like when the story becomes more about like the machines. And that's all the focus is on is the next big machine fight and I have a hard time getting into those. I'm like, you've got to balance between the characters and the story and the big machine fights. Otherwise, I just feel like they turn into what was that show that came out here a couple of years ago, Pacific Rim. I hated that movie.
Oh, yeah.
It was so bad. I'm like, this feels like one of those where it's just like it's all just to showcase the machines. I'm like, the story kind of sucks, and I don't know. But I mean, I've seen that done really well, and I've seen it done really poorly. So,
yes.
maybe that's just me.
Now on here they have Blue Submarine number 6, another one I've never heard of. It says it's on Tubi. Let's see here. Oh, we'll just pass through it. I've never heard of that one. Or this one, Fushigi Yugi. Have you ever wanted to lose yourself in a book? No. I guess they lose themselves in a book on this one. And it's on Amazon Prime. Let's see. Martin's successor, Nadesco. Let's see. Ever wanted to leave Earth? Well, unless you're Elon Musk. Let's see. Looks like another mecha show. As I said, I've never heard of this one either. They say it's all on YouTube, so check it out there. Now, this one I have
heard. Looks like a
of.
harem. There's a lot of girls on that picture.
It does kind of look like a harem show, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm like, there's a lot of women. There's like 2 guys in the background and all the women up front. So,
For when you're tired of another freaking Zoom call, Serial Experiment Lane. All right. Now, this one, we're going into the realm of the psychological, and you have to be really in the mood to watch this one. But I'll tell you this right now. If you do watch this, you will not be disappointed. This one is way up there on both the weirdness factor, the prophetic factor, and everything from this time frame. This came out right at about the same time as The Matrix, so they both have that same similar feel to them of, going into the web, what is reality, etc. So, yep,
It
gotta.
sounds like something Adega would like. He likes that kind of dark.
Yeah, this is up Adega's alley for sure. And Rambam 3000's here. Hello to you. And does that mean literally lost in a book? I think it might. I think it might be actually.
Kind of like never-ending
let's see
story.
Yep. Serial Experiment Lane also had great music. Yes, it did. And hello to the enigmatic Drop Bear. It is great to have you here. I know it's you being in the on the other side of the world, it's a different time for you. So I appreciate you coming in today. And yes, Lane is prophetic. In a lot of ways, it really was. So let's see here. This list, I believe, is almost done. Oh, and there's Yu Yu Hakusho. There you go. I just started watching that, and it definitely is different. But it's a good different. It's hard for me to really put the pin on this one as far as the why I like it, but so far I've enjoyed it. I think it's a decent one.
Yeah, that's one I'm not even familiar with. I guess I need to go take a look.
Well, this is another one that was, if I remember correctly, was blasted on Toonami for quite a while. But this the series started in '92. It's about a boy who is admittedly, for lack of the better term, an asshole. My one swear word for the day. I can say that one. And he ends up saving a kid while himself getting killed, and he wasn't supposed to die. So that throws the spirits, or it basically throws off Lady Death, and she gives him an offer to come back to life, but he has to basically become a, lack of a better term, a afterworld or spirit world bounty hunter, in a way. It's interesting, but the main character, yeah, he treats everybody like crap. But when he during his funeral sequence, he's really shocked at how many people, even though he treated them like dirt, how many of those people still they actually did love him. And it throws off, it changes him. But then again, death has a way of changing people, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then for when you just want to scream, Dragon Ball Z. What more can we say about that other than it exists? Dragon Ball is not my thing. I've tried, but
It's another one that's just gone on and on and on forever, isn't it?
yeah, it's been going on forever. The original Dragon Ball, I actually started watching the original, and the first 2 episodes are funny. And I posted on Twitter, "Hey, when did Goku have a tail?" And then I got completely slammed. Like, what? You didn't know he had a tail? Where have you been? You call yourself an anime guy? How dare you? It was quite funny, but I'm like, I'm sorry, I've never seen it. I didn't know. But in the original series, he's quite young and living alone and never having any females. He's confused about a lot of things. Let's just put it that way. And let's see. Yeah, it's nearly 2 a.m. there. Yes, it's very early for you, so I definitely appreciate you being up. Let's see. Yeah, you. Let's see here. Okay, he's a spirit detective. There you go. And then Notorial says he wants to do a chat soon. Yes, we'll definitely arrange something. I think I am going to throw together towards the end of this month a large panel show where we're going to talk about the triumvirate and try to see which one of the 3 comes out on top. Because as I said, for me, the 3 biggest hits, the 3 massive ones that you cannot live life without seeing, is Trigun, Cowboy Bebop, and the '97 Berserk. So we'll put that together and we'll we'll start going through that
Let's
here.
get ready to rumble. Just
And
hearing
Dennis,
that in my
good
head
to
as
have
you're
you here
talking
today. I
about it.
appreciate you being here. And yes, we'll see you Saturday at the normal time. And yeah, those are two of the 4 lists that wanted to go over today. And some of these lists get pretty long, and I think we got enough time for one more. But before we do that, let's I think we need to do another Alucard break. But I said I need to be a little more careful about which one I pick here.
Got to pick a wife-approved one.
Yes, I did get I got the eye for some of them, so I'm today is a more kid friendly type show. So this one I'm just gonna call this one New Guns.
What do you want?
What?
What do I need to give you to keep you down here for the evening?
I'm going to need a new gun. Also one for the police girl.
But I already have a gun.
Get that bitch a cannon.
Bitches love cannons.
Anything else?
A 70-inch plasma widescreen TV.
Really?
With Netflix.
Should it also be 3D?
No, that's a stupid fucking gimmick and everyone knows it.
Oops. That one went a little too far.
Oh,
It's
a stupid gimmick.
Yes, 3D really was a stupid gimmick as far as that goes.
So Snacks
Yeah.
and Comics as a
Mhm.
like I have heard of Golden Boy and I've heard it's really funny. But like I cannot find it anywhere. Like you must have to go to like obscure streaming services to find Golden Boy, but I've heard it is really good, really funny.
Yes. Let's see. Zachariah says that Detective Conan, aka Case Closed, is a 90s anime. I've heard of that and I've been recommended to watch it. I just haven't yet. Let's see. And we're getting laughed at about Golden Boy.
Oh, well, sorry.
Yeah, I'm not sure on
I
that.
mean, I've
but,
heard about it forever, but it's like I've gone to look for it and I'm like, like where the hell is it? So
yeah, some of them can get rather difficult to find. Now, the last list that we're going to go through is called 10 anime series that perfectly encapsulate the 90s. Let me get it shared here. So this one is from catdoesit.net, and it looks like they may have pulled it from CBR or someplace like that. But it was compiled back in last year, so not too old. So let's see what they say here. So number 10 was Pokemon. It was everywhere in the late 90s, even in the West. Yeah, you can't have 90s without Pokemon. And they said that KFC even had a promotion for the series, and everyone from South Park to Norm Macdonald poked fun at it. Well, who's laughing now, considering that that's billions and billions and billions of dollars of profitability? So I remember watching Pokemon with the kids. My one daughter loves Pikachu, so yeah. Let's see here. Sailor Moon. Pluto still being a planet should be a dead giveaway. And of course, the outfits.
Miles Dyson ruined that for all of us.
Let's see here. Detective Conan. At least some of the early episodes lend themselves to the decade. Oh, there we go. Let's see here. In one late story from the decade, a newscaster gets kidnapped and, unable to speak, has to send coded numeric calls for help to a pager with her cell phone, something that would be outdated by the proliferation of text messaging. Even some recurring story elements like Conan's skateboard and relics are relics from the decade. Well, there you go. Let's see here. Card Captor Sakura. Tomoyo's camcorder is just the start of it. Oh, yes, the 90s camcorder. Let's see.
I had
here.
one of those.
Yeah, I remember my folks had a high 8 recorder that we did record some stuff on long time ago. And then Dragon Ball Z,
Wow,
even
that's
the
a
Z
blast
is
from the
dated in
past.
hindsight. Yeah, look at the haircut. Let's see here. Corrector Yui, the series helps showcase how people in the 90s imagined the future. Oh, okay. I guess I can see that. A Video Girl AI. The title should give away what dates the series. The clothing. Let's see. Video rental stores were all the rage in the 90s, something that Video Girl AI uses as its main selling point. Dateless loser Yota Moteki learns of a mysterious video store that contains special videos with holographic girls. Yoda brings a video girl named AI or A into his life this way, but complications arise due to a broken VCR. Wah wah. This just sounds so awful.
You can't even find a
probably is
VCR
okay,
now.
but yeah, this. What more can I say about it than it exists?
hmm
Cowboy Bebop. One story involves explaining the history of Betamax. Yes, yes, it does.
I actually really enjoy that one that they've got to go digging backwards to try and find that old technology. And then I think it's Jet like ends up breaking that guy's recorder and he freaks out because it's like a collector's item. He's like trying to kick it to make it work, because I remember feeling like doing that with VCRs back in the day. Just bang on it, blow in there. It'll, the old blow in
Oh,
the end of
yeah.
the video game to make your Nintendo work again.
Yeah, and how now we know it's bad to do all those things. Yeah.
Yeah. Percussive
Well,
maintenance does not work on electronics.
There we go. Gunsmith Cats. The series is a love letter to the 90s Chicago. It's not only set in 90s Chicago, the animation team even went to the real life city to take photographs of the setting, with many things that date the series, such as the renovation of a local museum. Even history plays a part in the series, as one of the villains has a backstory involving the fall of the Soviet Union. Oh, there you go. One thing you can't say is that they're not lazy. They're willing to take the time to research what they need to make a show. And last on this list is Tokyo Crazy Paradise. The 90s would still be in fashion by 2020, complete with flying skateboards.
Back to the Future. Sweet.
Yeah.
Ram Bam 3000's still arguing for Betamax. You go, brother.
Yeah, well,
Make it happen.
Betamax was the superior product. It was, but like so many things, it just didn't. You
Yeah.
start going up against Sony or something like that, and it sometimes falls apart. Oh, let's see here. Reportorial says he watched Sailor Moon season 1 and 2 with the old Dick dub. Yeah, DIC or Dick. I've heard of that their
It's
dub
a
is the better
terrible-
one, but because of how things worked out, it's not as easy to find as some of the other ones. So, and Steven says he's a VHS otaku. And Rambam said that Video Girl AI reminds me of Automan, a TV series from the 80s. Yeah. Let's see here.
See, I have boxes and boxes of VHS tapes, and I can't watch any of them because I can't find a VCR.
Yeah,
So
we
I
need
was-
to. I got to get myself a VCR. That's definitely true, and start collecting some of these things. And last but not least, Rambam says that Pikachu is the Antichrist.
Changed my mind.
Well, this has been fun going through these lists and seeing a ton of things that I've just never heard of, never crossed the mind, none of that. So definitely, here's what I'll do. I've got all these linked. I'll post them in the description. So if any of you want to look over these lists, you'll be able to do so, and then be able to go and find them, check them out if you choose to do so. There are a few of them from there that I'm definitely gonna I'll check out, and I definitely need to continue with Yu Yu Hakusho and other shows like that. So with that, Brian, what have you got coming up this week?
Just gonna do some random stuff during the week because I'm off all week this week. I will be on with Loki tomorrow morning talking YouTube stuff. Tomorrow on his show at let's see, it's 7:00 my time, 8:00 Central Time, And then this weekend, we will be doing my typical Sunday afternoon stream where we're going to be talking Horimiya. If you know which anime I'm talking about, it's kind of a high school shoujo anime that's but it's kind of different. It's a different kind of a love story thing, but it's very funny. My daughters really like that, so I'm hoping to actually have them on with me to talk about that. But other than that, that's what's happening so far.
Most excellent. And be sure to check for video releases throughout the rest of the week from me. And no any number drop bear. These were not on any of these lists. I'll have to check them out there. And with that, everybody, I'm gonna leave you today with one last Alucard clip before we go. And this one, let's see. How extreme with Alexander Anderson do I want to go? I want to go this extreme.
Fine, I'll give you the courtesy. The name's
Alexander Anderson.
Oh, fuck all kinds of duck.
You have been chosen to reveal my existence to the world. You will witness what happens here today, and you will tell of it later. Except you won't, because I'll have killed you.
Oh my, brilliant speech. And unoriginal. That's totally from Boondocks.